Let's get this out the way. 99% of people see me as a huge extrovert, full of limitless energy and confidence. But the 1%, my close friends, my family, know for a fact just how introverted I am. I could go for days without much human interaction, and I would literally plan out what to say beforehand if I had to schedule an appointment for the doctor, the hairdresser, or even making a reservation for dinner. Well, I realized that apps have made it easier for us introverts with these everyday tasks. Building business relationships, networking with other professionals is not something that can be so easily replaced. The good news is that I was extremely lucky to have realized early on that I didn't have to go against my nature to build strong, far-reaching professional networks. So in this video, I'm going to share 3 practical networking tips for introverts, along with concrete examples that will help you get over the misconception that networking is an extrovert-only game. Let's get started. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jeff, and we're all about practical career and interview tips. So if you're a college student or young professional, consider subscribing for more actionable content. One of the key takeaways from what I'm about to share is that our introverted personalities are not holding us back from networking the right way. As with life in general, there is no one-size-fits-all formula, and you'll soon see that introverts have many natural advantages when it comes to building professional relationships. Which leads me to my first networking tip for introverts, and this is something that plays to our natural strengths. Add value from behind a computer screen. We might not be great at walking up to strangers and striking up a conversation. The mere thought of that probably made some of you very anxious. But we are absolutely amazing at sitting at home and typing on our laptops and connected devices. Try this. The next time you go on LinkedIn, find a meaningful post or an author that you follow and respect and leave a thoughtful comment. A thoughtful comment has a very simple structure. Yes, comma, and. Which shows that you support the post with your yes, and then you build onto it with your and. And the easiest type of thoughtful comment to leave is to add a personal anecdote after the and, since we all have our own stories to tell. For example, Ali Abdaal is a very successful entrepreneur and YouTuber, and he has publicly mentioned how he gets thousands of messages a day, and he doesn't have the time to respond to many people. So what I did was I commented on one of his LinkedIn posts using the yes and method, got the most likes of any of the other comments, and we were able to connect and chat on LinkedIn. The reason this works is very simple, and I love this analogy from Austin Belkat. Leaving positive, thoughtful comments on LinkedIn posts is like depositing $5 in the author's virtual bank account, since everyone loves to engage with their viewers and readers. Asking to connect with them is like withdrawing $10, and asking for a quick phone call is like taking out $50. But as long as you have a positive amount saved up, the other person is very likely to agree to your request due to the rule of reciprocity, since as human beings, we care about fairness. What I didn't mention just now in my story was that I had commented on 3 of Ali's previous posts before we were able to successfully connect and chat. If you found that first tip helpful, a like and subscribe to the channel would be absolutely magical. Moving on to the second networking tip for introverts. Be laser focused on who you choose to network with. Introverts, by definition, lose energy from being around others. So it's very important for us to pick carefully who we spend our time with and for how long. The first step is to identify relevant decision makers. In other words, you should only focus your energy on the people who have direct influence over the end goal you're trying to achieve. For a job, that would be the recruiter and hiring manager. For a promotion, that might be the members of a performance review committee. For publishing an article, that might be the editor. Then ask your existing network, your friends, colleagues, family members, to make that introduction and have that one-on-one conversation in a way that you're comfortable with. At your favorite coffee shop, or over the phone instead of video chat so you don't have to see each other. Here's how it works in practice. You're interested in a role at Amazon. You first use my advanced LinkedIn search tip to find a list of relevant recruiters and hiring managers who are your second-degree connections. Then you reach out to the mutual first-degree connections, people you're probably more comfortable with, and ask them who from the list fit your criteria the best, thus narrowing the number of people you potentially need to talk to. And you end up having 2 to 3 meaningful, relevant conversations. Compare this scenario to the image of the typical outgoing extrovert who tries to meet everyone at an event. Both strategies work, but the former comes more naturally to us introverts and is just as effective. Pro tip: if you have to go to an offline event where you're going to meet strangers and socialize, recharge beforehand. Avoid socializing too much the day before and stay in for the night, so you're all ready to go the next day. On a side note, I'm super curious on how you currently deal with these situations. So let me know down in the comments how you network without too much energy drain, or if you avoid it altogether. Third and final networking tip for introverts. Stay consistent by setting achievable goals. In order to build any habit successfully, small increments matter a lot more than grand one-off actions. If your goal is to be healthy, doing 10 push-ups a day at home is going to get you a lot farther than paying for that expensive gym membership on January 1st. Networking is no different. Going to a grandiose, semi-annual, 500 people networking event might sound like a great idea for extroverts, but it's basically a death sentence for us. Instead, make a goal of leaving one thoughtful comment on LinkedIn a week, or maybe once a month, and go from there. Make it a point to have one phone call or one coffee chat with a relevant decision maker once a quarter, and make sure to lock that time down on both of your calendars so you're less likely to back out. Having a regular cadence, but spacing them out, means you're able to recharge in between, minimize stress, and maximize rewards. Before I end this video, I want to leave you with a quote from Simon Sinek, who's a best-selling author, a motivational speaker, and more importantly, a huge introvert. He says, "It doesn't matter whether you're an introvert or extrovert. The question is how you leverage what you got. Charisma does not come from extroversion, but rather from passion and dedication." So please do not fall into the trap of thinking that we are at a natural disadvantage when it comes to networking in business or in life. Hopefully this video has shown you that while introverts do not subscribe to the traditional networking model involving powerful handshakes, witty comments, and smooth one-liners, we have our own ways of doing things, and it's just as effective. Alright, I hope you found these 3 tips helpful, and actually let me know down in the comments if you'd like more content on the topics of confidence and charisma. See you on the next video, and in the meantime, stay introverted.